Okay, hey everybody, this is Luke. I just wanted to run through really quick a smoke and mirrors demo of some of the quality of life design changes I'd like to see in ChronoZoom. Kind of falling off this project and going on to other things, so I want to make sure and put all my thoughts together before I continue on. So in this video I want to really talk about three different things. The first one being this time axis with these bookends. So we've gone back and forth and talked about what's good and what's not, and we really need to come to useful bookends, or else we should, to Roland's point, we should probably just remove them altogether. So here's an idea of what I think it should look like instead of what we have now. You'll notice in the way that it looks, you do have a little bit of a transparency, and it kind of pops off a little bit, so that you know it's not directly attached per se to that timeline, and also the date that it's pointing to is on the end here rather than the front, which corresponds to the home state of this large timeline here, which is very similar to what we have now. As far as the home states, there's just a very little room, very little padding, and that's fine. With one exception though, on long timeline, or tall timelines rather, like this one, instead of trying to contain the entire timeline in the screen vertically as well as horizontally, I propose we just do that horizontally. So when you click on or zoom into one and it's on home state, what it would look like is sort of zooming it into horizontal home state rather than that vertical home state. It will create some issues, but I think this would be better than the alternative. Which, if you looked at Roman's example of the life exhibit timelines that he had, it was incredibly long and completely useless in terms of, what am I looking at? So if we change the home state to only care about the horizontal width and not the vertical width, I think that would help out with those bookends. As well as, I think it would still be great to be able to click on the bookends and get sort of a jump to dialogue on there, type in the date and say go. I'm not sure if that's possible or not, but if we could, that'd be great. And it would correspond to whichever one you're clicking. It would pop out near that. But once again, that's not hugely important, but it would be nice to see those changes for the time axis as opposed to what we have now. You also notice that the timeline's color and background and title is a little bit different. I changed things around. I really think we need to update this before launch. It really does look dated with the starry background and things like that. I moved the title and author name up at the top, as well as the icons, which really does make sense to me to have it at the bottom, especially when we have the icons up here at the top right as well. I really think we should just move those up to the top there, and it looked a lot better that way. A lot easier to read, in fact. Also the colors, you'll notice that there's a hover state, there's a click state, and when let's say if we were to click on this guy here, this parent timeline is sort of grayed out a little bit, or transparent, made transparent a little bit. I think that's kind of what we have now. Not a huge change, but the colors are a little different. I sent out a PowerPoint deck that talked about colors of the different Cosmos, Earth, Life, Prehistory, and you guys can give me feedback on that if you want. And then also with, in terms of the exhibits, you see that this one actually can fall on the beginning of a timeline. With the exhibits, you'll notice that there's three different exhibits on this page here, and these just show up as, because they're very small, there's a notion of semantic zoom here, so they just show up as full bleed images. And then, the second level is these, has a little pointer on it, has the title on it, so you know that there's more there. And if you zoom in completely, you've got the entire exhibit, just like we have now, but a little bit different. You'll notice, obviously, that it's not a circle, it's a square. Things are laid out a little bit differently. We've got the icons that we need. This is bibliography, share, and edit, and if that's the case. And then on hover, it's not plugged in, but you'd also get some controls on the images as well. Full bleed images, instead of sort of, once again, trying to fit everything into the viewing area, it'd be really nice to have full bleed images anytime you see those. It's just a nicer way to view images. And then if you click on it, obviously you can see the entire image. If it's a very long one or if it's a tall one. But there are some improvements that we can make there. The circles, circles they don't look too great. I'd like to see those changed if we can. So those are just a few of the changes that I would like to see. There's still a few things that I haven't addressed yet that I need to. Error dialogues, what to do with the breadcrumbs and things like that. But hopefully this will help in the discussion of what we'd like to see as far as a final product.